And it goes a little something like.
Welcome back to my channel. I am Amira, and this is my channel, Looking Through Amira. That's me. Here on my channel, we tap into our innermost creative badass and create the life of our dreams, even if on a dime. And guys, creating the life of our dreams on a dime, or in this case, creating the space of our dreams on a dime, is exactly what we're gonna do today, because I'm gonna take you guys thrift shopping with me. Yes, my favorite things to do. I just want to challenge you to step out of the, I don't know what word I'm looking for. I want to challenge you guys to expand your mind and have any beliefs that you can't have a cute space without spending a lot of money. I'm going to challenge that today, because you can literally have the sanctuary, the space, the apartment of your dreams, and it can all be secondhand. Literally 95% of my apartment is all either recycled or DIY'd, and I actually love it more because of that. So I don't want to talk too much, but there are just a few little things that I need that I could use. I've just been organizing and cleaning, and I just need to, like, you know, decorate and finish organizing a few of the little nooks and crannies I have. Looking for a few things in particular, but I'm gonna shut up now and we're gonna jump right into it. Guys, let's get thrifting. So my first stop is St. Vincent's, which is one of my favorite little thrift shops here in Long Beach. One thing that I definitely needed was a new chair for my desk, and I had seen like a couple chairs that I liked a few weeks before. So yeah, a lot of chairs. These are actually like one of the most fun and easy projects there are, because you can just literally paint it and reupholster it and you'll have a brand new chair. So I ended up getting this chair. For some reason this one spoke to me. I liked the feet on it and I don't know, just the details. So I got this one. It was $14.99, and then I moved on to my next spot. I stopped at Out of the Closet, which is another one of my favorite little thrift stores, and actually found this basket, which is such a great way to just not only decorate but also organize. So I made sure to grab that. It was $6, and then I went by Goodwill. So this guy caught my attention on the way out, because I love this green color, and it's like a velvet, and that's what I'm kind of planning on doing with the chair, is like painting it matte black and then doing like a really pretty green velvet on the cushion. So this caught my eye, and it turns out it's the correct measurements for the mat at least. So I'm hoping that the art will be able to pop out and put Nev's little painting in here. And the last little DIY flip that I wanted to do, I'm sure you guys have seen it, it's kind of all over the place, but just a little ceramic vase transformation, and I thought this was perfect. Oh my gosh, so I have this painting that my cousin painted me of my dog after she passed away. It's just so special and sentimental, and I've been looking for just a good frame. So I'm actually stoked that I found this, but my game plan is to just take out this canvas, the art that's inside, and replace it with my own art. But this was a little more difficult than I thought, because it was so taped, and then it had like a million nails around the canvas. So I'm using the hammer to try to lift up on all the nails, and then even have to lift up on the canvas. But I finally got it and was able to kind of take it out and clean things up. I knew it was going to be a super tight fit, because I measured it before I went to the store, and it was literally like centimeters off. So trying to get this to balance perfectly in the velvet mat was quite the challenge. It took me maybe half an hour, but I was finally able to get it. I put that crusty little canvas back on top of it for support and hammered down the nails, and I just absolutely love the way that it turned out. It's so perfect, and it looks kind of like regal and like vintage, and I just think this frame was beyond perfect for this. Alright, so next stop, I am at Joann's Fabric. I am searching for a beautiful, like olive colored crushed velvet to reupholster my new chair. So that is what I'm on the hunt for, and also some like matte black spray paint. So far, this is going to be the closest to like my sagey kind of velvet look. I actually just asked her if they had velvet, and she brought me to this same one and said that this is inside out. So this is perfect, and this is what I'm gonna get. Woohoo! Step one of the chair flip, we are going to give it a nice good wipe down because we don't know where this furniture has been, and take all the stickers off and stuff like that. And yeah, just give it a nice good wipe down, and then we're going to start to pop out the seat so that we can reupholster it. So this has to be my favorite part. I went to just the local hardware store and bought a matte black spray paint for $4.99, and I am really glad that I decided to spray paint it instead of regular paint it because it just turned out so good and even. Guys, it's really just unbelievable, but I don't want to skip too far ahead talking about it, but yeah, I did 2 coats of spray paint, and then I'm going to go back in and start reupholstering my chair. You guys, don't ever let reupholstering chairs intimidate you because it has to be one of the easiest and most satisfying like thrift flips you can do. And you can tell this chair has actually been reupholstered several times, and the proper way to do it is just by using a staple gun. So right now, first things first, I'm going to remove the previous upholstery by just ripping out all the staples and kind of like ripping out the upholstery, and then I'll get to replacing the fabric. We got 2 layers of upholstery off, but it appears that on this, I don't think it's the original, but the first upholstery, I think that's actually kind of pretty. They kind of hot glued it to the edge, so I think this might be as far as I go. At least I got 2 layers off, and then I'm just going to cover this piece with my crushed velvet. Wow, guys, this is so pretty. I can't believe that they covered it with such ugly fabric, but it's actually so beautiful. But I think the print might be a little too much for my apartment, so I'm gonna cover it in the crushed velvet that I got. But good to know that such a beautiful original fabric is underneath, and it feels better. It's like cushiony. I'm loosely just going to cut around the cushion. I didn't need too much fabric, like you're literally just going to, you know, pull it up over the edge. But this velvet is also really stretchy, so I'm actually cutting way too much around it. You don't need that much. guys, do not do what I did, because I was just being lazy and didn't want to call up one of the neighbor boys to ask if I could borrow their staple gun. So the proper way to do this is to use a staple gun, but I thought out of my laziness that I can just use a bunch of small little nails that I had at home. That was way more difficult than it needed to be, and using a staple gun is just so simple. So do not do what I'm doing, like literally just ignore this. Maybe I'll even just crop it out. So do not repeat. I repeat, do not repeat. So use a staple gun, super easy, and you'll be done. Oh my goodness, I already love it. I just love crushed velvet, and this green color is like my favorite color. So after that, I'm just going to put it on my chair once the chair is dry and screw it back on, and it's as simple as that. Alright guys, last project of the week. I'm basically going to turn this old thrift store vase into a really cool, like, textured clay looking vase. It's going to be a little transformation. So I'm going to give it a coat of just plain acrylic paint. I had this paint just from my last project I worked on. It's literally like 67-cent acrylic paint, and I just love this color so much. So I'm just gonna give it a nice first coat and let it thoroughly dry. So I'm sure you guys have seen some other YouTubers do this project, but it's such a great hack. You just use any acrylic paint and you add baking soda to it, and it gives you this really cool, like, textured paint, almost like a thick chalk paint. And it's just such an awesome DIY project because you can really transform anything you want with this cheap and easy DIY hack. Even watching this back is just so satisfying because you can literally just watch it be turned into like a clay pot. So it gets a little tricky, I think, just because of the ceramic underneath, but make sure you just kind of glob it on, even if it like slides off a little bit. We're just going to do another coat and then let it dry thoroughly, and then we're going to go back over it again. And feel free to like dab it on too and like use different brush strokes because it really just adds to the overall texture of the clay vase. And this is the final look. I absolutely love it. It just looks so earthy and rustic and homemade, and it's just such a great DIY project. So even though my original idea was to use this to put some kitchen tools in, after looking at it, I was like, you know what, this would be so beautiful to put pampas grass in. So I did just that as well. I put it in my room with the pampas grass, and it just looks awesome. I'm going to do a couple more pieces just like this one. But I hope you guys enjoyed this week's video and coming along thrift shopping with me, and I hope that it inspired you to think outside of the box when it comes to decorating your space, because you can do so much when you channel your inner creative badass. Guys, if you did enjoy this, if you would just give me a thumbs up, comment below, and say hello, and make sure to press that subscribe button. I'll see you guys in a week with another creative project, but in the meantime, love hard, be a light, and always have a little faith in your future. Be blessed. Bye, guys.